Yes, I would like to start streaming. Hello.
Thank you, Logan.
Like, I would like to start streaming. It's like, would you?
Are you sure?
Really?
Say hi.
Now? Now. You want to stream now?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey,
How you doing?
what's up?
Good.
So have you watched the final season of
Yes,
Voltron
I
yet?
have.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet, so don't say anything, but did you
Okay.
like it?
Everyone does.
Everybody hates it. I personally thought it was a good way to end the show.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
She
That's what I
came
said.
out.
Everyone does.
Yeah, she came out crying.
Oh, okay.
It was a mixed feel sort of cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a lot happy. She was experiencing a lot of feelings.
A lot of feels.
A lot of feels.
At the end of the show, they made it so that none of the characters ever really existed.
They never existed in the first place.
Someone went med on you.
Like, why did I watch this show? What happened?
I watched it because they weren't real, because I don't like reality TV. That's why.
I don't have any milk. You want this?
No, there's no milk, sweetie.
No milk.
Just have a little bit of almond milk.
Oh, that would have been a great way to end it if it turned out to be like a reality TV show at the very end.
I don't think that's possible because we don't have the technology to do any of the stuff that they do.
Yeah. Although there was that kind of reality TV episode that was like a throwaway episode. It was like, what's going on here?
Well,
In the seventh season, yeah.
I remember there was a reality TV show where there was a serial killer
Garfield Waffles.
chasing everybody, and they had to try to figure out who the killer was.
Okay.
And it wasn't a real. Nobody was really getting killed, but they would just take people out of the show.
Uh-huh.
So you could do it. It could just,
Or it could end like Bob Newhart, the Bob Newhart show, where he woke up and it was all a dream.
I love that ending.
You know what? I did too.
I like that one too. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a
There
little
was this
different.
guy,
But yeah.
and he had his what was his brother? His brother was named whatever, and his other brother was named the same thing.
It's Daryl. This is my
Daryl,
brother
yeah.
Daryl, this is my other
Daryl,
brother.
this other brother. Daryl.
I miss him. I love when he would try to explain something. And he would just take 15 minutes. And
Yeah.
he'd be like,
Very dry humor, but his delivery was great.
It's called The Straight Man.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Bateman's a good straight man.
Yeah,
Here, roll your cheese over here. Say
Okay.
goodbye.
I really liked him in Elf. Like he was just the perfect, just
I
kind
know.
of,
these days they call it the cis man. It's the cis man.
Yep. Oh, Ray
It's
wants
not,
to show you
it's not
his
as popular these days.
Like it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very nice. You got to be
Very
careful. You don't
cool.
want to drink that too fast.
You.
Bump.
Only at 88 miles an hour.
Stop.
It'll go with all the flux capacitors that I'm making to sell to people. Yes.
You have to incorporate them together somehow. Like make a flux capacitor coffee pot.
You know what? You could do that.
I bet you that.
The last date that the coffee was brewed, the current time,
I don't know.
and then
Current time, when the coffee was brewed, when the next pot's going to be ready.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's offices that would actually love to have that, honestly.
Yeah. I know that I would at work because then I'd know, oh shit, it needs a new pot because that one's gross.
Tim Hortons, they write the time on when it got brewed.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are welcome for that idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes you got to fish for your own compliment. you know?
Mm,
Well, you know.
thank you.
Kept it in there.
Thank you.
Okay, what if I do this?
Oh, I
Okay.
guess I should share this and let people know it's happening.
What are you doing?
That would be helpful.
Go do something. I'm not letting you sit
No, she
there and
can't have her tea in her room.
I'm gonna send it to Twitter, and the message will
No.
say, "I'm on, bitches."
There you
Guy-
go. That works.
The guy on the computer.
Yeah.
Guy in the chair.
Guy in the chair. That's what it is. Guy in the chair.
I'm having eggnog out of a cup from when we went to go ride on the Polar Express.
Ah,
I'm picky about eggnog.
I don't like it.
That's a statement you don't hear too many people say.
Well, there's several different brands out there, and some of them are absolute garbage, and others are partial garbage, and then there's like
garbage.
one or two that are okay.
Eggnog. You like eggnog.
I do.
Oh, you did.
Happy holidays.
I do.
Happy holidays, Born Distracted. Welcome to the chat.
I do.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, dude?
She is going to be a teenager in 3 weeks.
Wow. Scary stuff.
It's freaking me out.
Yeah, I bet.
3 more years, she'll be driving.
Shut up.
This just got real.
Oh, by the way, I love your cup,
Yes.
Chris. I love your cup. That is awesome. The book is better.
Better.
That's what I want on my tombstone.
The book was better. That would be a great thing on your tombstone, actually. The book is better. Oh my God, that's great. Oh, by the way, I figured out, Sai, I wasn't trying to be an asshole to you the other day whenever I was like, so what did you think of Bumblebee? I saw that you had retweeted someone else who had watched it, and I didn't realize you had retweeted it. So I thought you were giving all this praise to Bumblebee, and I was like, damn, if Sai really likes it, I've got to go see it. That's why I was asking. So
That's not the first time you've done that.
yeah, I know. My apologies. It was quick. I just looked down. I'm like, Sai posted something. No, actually, Sai retweeted something, but I wasn't paying attention. My apologies.
You do.
The problem is that you move too quickly. Like since these audiobooks you have playing at double speed has caused your brain to like haywire. Like whenever like everything you think is like moving at half speed, so you move too fast.
Maybe.
Those problems. I don't know.
Let me tell you. So I was telling on the back channel for the book club. I finished this book yesterday, and my eye was twitching because I was so stressed out about it.
Yes, I saw that.
I started reading this series a while back. It's called a literature RPG, and so like in the book, they actually, as you're going through and they're doing stuff, like they'll actually read out stats and everything else, right? Well, this book is called the Play to Live series, and it's about this guy who's got cancer, and he finds out through these like full immersion pods or whatever, people, if they play too long, they basically get sucked into the game. Like their consciousness gets sucked into the game, and like you can kill off the body, turn off, everything else or whatever, and like they're still alive in the game. And so he's like, well, I'm going to die in the real life anyway, so why not live on in this game? And so that's how it starts off. I'm like, okay, this is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
It is it's written by a Russian gentleman. And as the books go on, boy, you're just having fun with those, aren't you?
I never noticed it before.
Yeah. As the book goes on, his Russianness really starts coming out. Some of his thought processes on, oh God, these are going to kill us. Some of the thought processes on women and other nationalities really kind of start to come out. And I'm like, I'm too far in this book series. I've got to finish this book. This last book was only like maybe 9 hours. And even going through it at double speed, it was taking forever. Well, I finally finished the book. And I'm like, okay, let's see how this ends. And it ends, and it comes up and it goes, stay tuned for a preview for book 7. And I'm like,
oh, no.
what?
I want to be
What?
done.
And so I thought, oh my God, is this a situation where like maybe the 7th book was never written? No, the 7th book was written. So I'm like, do I really want to put myself through this? But I need to know what happens. I kind of feel like
it though? Like, are you enjoying the series?
there are portions where it gets back to its roots. Like whenever there's like a huge battle, that's the type of stuff it gets back to its roots. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then this other stuff, I'm just like, I don't know about this. I kind of feel about it how you described your thoughts and feelings on the Wheel of Time, Sai. Yeah. So, but yeah,
Brought up suppressed memories. Stop doing that.
Sorry about that.
Worst audiobook of all time. I mean, it's not one book. It was how many? 7 fucking
Exactly. I'm
books?
going into the 7th book. Yes.
Fuck that shit.
All right, I wonder if Jennifer and Jay are joining us or not.
Yeah.
I know Jennifer's
I
are
didn't
they?
think Jen was. I think her voice
Yeah,
is
her
shot.
voice is terrible, dude. What are you trying to do?
I just said
he's-
if
she's
maybe
like-
she can
react.
He's like trying to guilt her into
Oh,
shit.
she
Like
can do that emoji thing.
react. It's
There
fine.
you go. Yes, she could just do the emoji thing. She wouldn't even have to talk.
That's all she needs.
she's obviously
funnier.
not feeling well. And Eugene's like, well, you can still come. And she's like, but I really don't feel good. Well, that doesn't stop you from coming. I don't know what the problem is.
You're putting words in my mouth, you dick.
She's like, just
So-
trying to recover, but I guess I'll
She's not
go.
like-
And I thought maybe she had her stuff written down so she could send it to us. We could still share the information. But if she didn't, I didn't want her to put her through a bunch of stuff.
Poor Betty. Been taken
Eugene isn't good at reading between lines. I don't know.
That I will completely cop to that.
out.
Peer pressuring. I'm peer.
By the way,
pressuring.
You are peer pressuring. Thank you for that. So I don't have to peer pressure.
By the way, I may or may not have stuck to the rules.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Really?
I'm
That's-
excited to see what I get from Simon.
I am too.
What are you getting me? A gun. A gun, yeah.
The Canadians get a gun.
A gun, yeah.
A giant world-sized gun. No.
World sized.
The Death Star.
Find a way to buy the Death Star for under $1,000. Go for it, dude.
That's the part that I didn't stick to. So
Oh shit.
Oh, that-
Okay.
Figured that's okay.
All right. Well, we'll give them a few more minutes and then we'll get started here.
I bent the rules a little bit too, but that's okay.
It's all good. It's Christmas. Or almost.
by the way, are we blonde now? That's cool. I just noticed.
Me?
Yeah, I didn't notice when that
Oh.
happened.
Well,
I-
Sai, you and I are blonde. Yeah, well, Eugene is too. Well, so whatever
think-
color you want.
I may be blonde. I just don't have
I'm
any hair.
clearly a
So.
brunette. Thank you, sir.
I've been blonde for like a year.
Yeah,
I
off and
bet-
on.
On and off. Before that though, I dyed my hair like once a month a different color. So
Purple.
I remember, yeah.
Rose
silver,
gold for a while.
purple.
purple. I had purple for a while.
Rose gold was fun.
I like
Yeah, I
that.
should have started calling you Ramona.
Yeah. Rose.
No, you should have been Tonks.
Oh, Logan thinks Tonks
Tom?
Oh, okay.
from Harry,
Harry
Potter.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I was thinking Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim,
I
yeah.
have to confess something
Oh,
about
yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Potter. I didn't really start paying attention until the stuff with Snape started getting interesting, and then I was like, "Oh, this is good."
It doesn't happen to like the sixth book.
I know. Like I didn't really care about Harry Potter until I was like, until all that started happening. I was like, "Oh, this is actually good." So then I started paying attention.
I think we're almost in the fifth book.
Almost.
Almost done. We only have 2 more chapters left to the fifth book, and then we can get.
I've
the-
read all of them
Yeah.
a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Somebody
Maybe
has-
that's what I should start. I'm looking for something to start reading. I'm about done with some of the other stuff on my to-do list. That may actually be a good one to start. So
And Jim Dale actually is a really great
Oh, yeah.
narrator.
Yep.
So he's really great. He's got a nice,
Okay.
soothing sort of voice. He's like I think of him as the British version of Luke Daniels.
No, his characters aren't as creative.
He's British. You got to give him a little bit of. plastic.
We spot them a little bit because they're British. Is that what we're doing?
I don't know how they would
It's
do
not
us the
exciting.
opposite.
He's not as
No.
exciting. I like his Hagrid and his Dumbledore.
Oh, his Hagrid is fantastic.
You just don't
Dumbledore's
like the
pretty
way
good.
he says Harry when he's Hermione.
Heavy.
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 Like this movie sucks. Hey, they're British. Oh, well, that's all right.
You might not get this.
Oh, I get it. It's Doctor Who. I got it. It's-
Which, by the way, the other day I said on the chat, I was like, all right, so now I need to see Bumblebee and Aquaman and
I
yeah.
heard something about Aquaman.
you don't need to waste your time to go see Aquaman.
I need
really?
it, though.
What? Really?
Huh. And Into the Spider-Verse, because I've heard nothing but good about that.
Yeah.
I heard something about Aquaman, which is not a spoiler, but is fascinating to know.
All right, go
Go
ahead.
Jason Momoa is hot.
That everybody knows that, honey.
Spoiler.
No,
Yeah. Hair.
Julie Andrews is in that movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
you
I
could
missed-
watch the whole movie and not even know.
Didn't know
Because
it.
She voices a character.
Is that no?
Didn't notice it.
Still
A
not ringing a bell.
giant, she
There's
voices
a really long story, which will be my pan.
Oh, we're writing it down now.
Okay,
Oh.
this won't spoil anything. She voices a giant undersea creature.
Oh, really? That was the one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Did it not sound like her?
No.
Yeah, I found that out today. I was like, Julie Andrews? Yeah.
Wicked. I like her more.
Okay.
I like that character more now, too.
Oh, okay.
But the other one I remembered, I was like, there's something else that's out that I wanted to go see. Ralph Breaks the Internet. I still haven't seen that.
We haven't seen that one either. We haven't seen.
So
I want to see that Sherlock Holmes with the.
Christy and I are gonna have to sneak off to go watch that.
With Will
we
Ferrell and
love their
John C. Reilly.
humor,
Yeah.
so yeah.
They
I
did a.
stayed away from the trailer on that one.
It looks so funny.
They did a IGN answer to comments thing video.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like they are so funny together.
Yes, they are.
They are.
They're just.
They have lady doctors now. Interesting.
Would you like some heroin?
All right, then.
Oh, I love them. We watched Elf the other day. Just makes
Yes, that's probably Christy's favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, I love that one.
If not, it's tied with Christmas Vacation.
Yes, we watch it every year at my mom's house.
Yeah.
I love that scene in the trailer. I was here the whole time, and then the reaction is the funny part. John C. Reilly's like, amazing.
They're both such good actors because they can do the funny, but they're really good dramatic actors too.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
John C. Reilly especially. I mean,
Yeah.
he's known. He was at. It was so funny because like when I was first figuring out who he was, like I'd seen him in movies for a long time. I was like, wait a minute, I thought he was a serious actor.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, he's really funny.
See, that's
What?
the opposite. Like I've like always thought of him first as being as a comedy actor. So when you do see him in something serious, you're like,
Yeah.
damn, he can actually act. Like
It
He
just
was
depends
really
on.
good in he was in Boogie Nights. He was really good in Boogie Nights.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Tim
It
K.
it just depends on when you first figure out who he was. Like you've
Yeah.
seen him forever, but when did you first realize? Oh, that's
1996.
Back in May.
That was an inappropriate movie for a 15-year-old to watch, but there you go.
Boogie Nights, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, whatever do you mean?
I think I was 14 or 15 when I watched that. That's what happens when you're a latchkey kid.
there you go. What's this movie? All right, let's give it a shot.
It's on the movie network.
I like to boogie. That should be fun.
Yeah.
It sounds.
70s roller skating.
If you want an inappropriate movie that I watched way too young, My Chauffeur.
That is the dumbest.
Terrible movie.
Movie
Absolutely
ever.
horrible.
It's stupid. It doesn't. But you and your sister think it's hilarious.
It's hilarious because of the age we were when we watched it. It was so bad.
Did that ever happen to you? Like where you were like watching something and you didn't realize what it was when you were a kid, and all of a sudden
Oh, yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
horrified, like
Yeah.
some shit.
But you
Yeah.
can't turn it off.
I was 10 when I watched Pretty Woman, and then I was an adult when I watched it. It had been a year long. I'm like, why did there was a whole room of kids, and they put on Pretty Woman? And I'm
But it's a love story.
Oh, nobody had seen that before.
My brother will tell you about the babysitter we had that let us watch. I want to say it was either the second or third, Friday the 13th. Talk about mess you up as a kid.
One of my good friends growing up had really inappropriate parents, and when I was 12, they let us watch horror movies at her house. And then when she turned 18, they threw her a porn party.
Yes.
Not joking.
What,
they let us watch porn, and
toys
they
and all.
they had a penis-shaped cake for her with penis cake. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Happy 18th birthday.
Happy
Here you
18th
go.
birthday. Have like 10 of your friends over, and you can just watch porn.
No, shut up! I don't want to hear
Yeah.
this. Her parents,
Her
like
parents.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. She was
Hey,
the youngest of three.
now
but-
that you're an adult, after we've raised
Pretty much
you
that's
for
what it
your whole
was.
life,
Yeah.
let's break out the sex toys.
And then 3 of my guy friends did a strip tease for her. There's pictures of that. She was horrified.
Thank God the Facebook wasn't.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yeah. It was awful. My friends were terrible.
See, up to
I wasn't there.
What's funny is that up to the last thing you just said, I was like, okay, whatever. There's some weird people out there. Fine, whatever. That was what was like. Nope, that was too far.
Well,
Yeah.
it was their future career. Maybe.
Jeez.
I don't know.
Well, maybe. Who knows?
No.
Cyrus, is there something in the room?
I heard my neighbors banging on the wall. I was trying to figure out if they're mad because I'm talking too loud or. I don't
It's
think
not too
so.
late.
No, it's only 9 where you
I don't
guys
think I'm
are.
talking that loud, am I?
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
Maybe they're just
I
trying to get. They saw you on YouTube and they want to get your autograph. And
There you
That's
go.
right. They're watching right now. It's like being
Yeah.
stream sniped.
That's right.
All right. Well, since Jay's out and we haven't heard anything from Jennifer, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. So,
Damn it, Jay! I was really excited to tell you what you were getting.
I was too. Like, and it's funny because of everyone on the list. No, I take that back. Cy was the first one I figured out. Jennifer was next, and then it was Jay.
Well, we're still
Like,
gonna
those were the ones I was just like boom, boom, boom. So,
we're still gonna list them though, right?
oh yeah,
I
we're
mean,
still gonna list
Yeah.
it. Hell yeah. So,
Yeah.
but all right, but we just
Better.
want to get their reaction. So, all right. With that said, let's go. Oh, I hate how I roll over that and those that stupid Skype pissed me off. Piece of crap. All right.
grumble, grumble, grumble. Old man. Fucking kids. He worked his
Get
original.
off my lawn. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and get started muting the mic. Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 107. I'm your host for the evening, Eugene Stevens. Tonight's opening question is, if you were Santa Claus, what animal would you have pulling your sleigh? Would anyone like to go first? I'll go ahead and throw that out there. Would anyone like to go first? Cyrus, what animal would you have pulling your sleigh?
I don't think there's any question. It was an easy answer for me,
All right.
and that would be Falco from the Neverending Story.
Nicely done.
Oh my God, you might have already just won.
There's no
That's
answer.
awesome. Yeah, Falcon would be pretty cool.
That would be
Yeah.
great. I said I did not say that it had to be a real animal. I didn't say it had to be an alive animal because my answer is velociraptor.
Oh my God, a dead animal. Come
No,
on, let's go.
I was thinking
Just move it.
This thing sucked. You gotta clap for it. Come on, let's go.
That'd be awesome. Ray, what are you having pulling your sled?
Well, I wanted to be Canadian and say moose,
No.
but that was too easy.
Yes.
Beavers.
Just like, how many beavers would it take? What are you thinking? Like 30?
3.
Just
They're strong fuckers.
But you can't leave them too long with the sleigh, or they're gonna eat the fucking sleigh.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, there's not a job on this earth that a beaver can't take care of. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
On that note, so I wanted to be practical, and so I wanted to see which the fastest long distance animal was.
Okay.
So the fastest long distances
This is a real animal?
Is a real animal.
Okay.
The pronghorn, which is also known as the American antelope, is the fastest animal over long distances. It can run 56 kilometers per hour or 35 miles per hour for 4 miles.
That's not bad.
They can run 42 miles per hour for a minute, and they can run 55 miles for about a half a mile. So
And according to old folk music, the deer and the antelope do enjoy playing together.
yes. So that way you're not, like
Yes.
sure.
Why not? Sure.
Sure. So I just that was the thing, because I was like, I could go with a cheetah, but then you're gonna kill the cheetah because of how long you gotta
Oh
go.
yeah.
And then I was like, well, the falcon would be really cool because they go 100 or they go like 300 some kilometers per hour, but that's in a straight dive.
True.
So
yes.
that would be like going into every.
Would you But don't you like roller coasters? Like literally from house to house, it just be.
I would love it,
dude. You're talking about eating a bunch of milk and cookies, and then you're gonna do that?
Oh yeah, that's a good point, dude.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
good
what I was
point.
thinking. And I already said last time that I'd be having like poutine and shit, and that wouldn't go
Oh
well.
yeah, that's not gonna go well.
No.
You can't do the cheetahs, right? Because you can't trust a cheetah.
No.
No?
Although they were great hunters.
Really? But
Pets.
Anyway, yeah. So
Chris, what animal are you having pull your sleigh?
What?
What animal are you having pull your sleigh?
No, my daughter
no,
was trying
Logan
to...
is trying to distract us. Sorry.
I would have Thestrals from the Harry Potter universe.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because
Good.
how nobody would
What is
see them unless they have seen death, and it would accidentally maybe fuck up some kids.
Yeah, it might.
Chris is dark.
I know, right?
But they automatically fly already.
That's
so-
why I love Chris, because she has like this veneer that's not real.
Dark and crusty on the inside.
I think you just ruined Logan.
You don't want it to be Thestrals, sweetie?
Oh, too bad.
You want it to yeah, it's Thestrals. Thestrals.
Like he's making a list.
If you see the Thestrals, you get cold.
She's not wearing red and white. She's wearing just like a black cape. With,
Black. I look like
No,
Tom Skeleton from Nightmare Before
No,
Christmas.
you know who she would look like? Professor Trelawney. She would look like Trelawney, big glasses, making sure everything was good. Just totally throw you off that she was the one that was getting in.
kids wake up in the middle of the night. Ah! Just scream.
Santa's like, you should have been asleep.
Ah!
That's when what are those dudes that suck people's souls or whatever? What are they called?
Dementors.
Yeah. They show up.
You know what? A slave pulled by Dementors would be fun.
No, I like Thestrals better.
No happy
Fun. I don't know if fun is the word, but it would. Like, yay, it's Dementors.
Yay, I'm never going to be happy again.
I wanted Velociraptors just because I wanted to see the elf out there, doing the hand thing, trying to keep them, in line.
Ah, my hand's gone.
Are they flying Velociraptors?
Oh hell yeah, they're flying
Yeah,
Velociraptors.
they have to be.
Okay, you got to change
I
that.
got you.
Just imagining, like, you have to stay on the ground. You're like being pulled by these Velociraptors.
That would take a while, yeah.
You know what though? You wouldn't have to worry about leaving the sleigh alone because nobody's approaching that many.
Nobody.
raptors.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
But like if they see like a cat or something, they're gonna, you might have issues. They might
Yeah.
not-
The cat.
keeping them on
Hey,
task.
that's what the people would leave by the tree.
I was gonna say meat, but you went dark.
Logan's
Wow.
You don't-
totally traumatized.
If you don't
as a child.
leave your pet, or if you don't leave meat, the pets are gone.
This is what happens when you don't see the sun.
Yeah.
Right?
It is dark up here.
It is. It's cold. There's
Fair
sun.
enough. Tonight's episode, I had the idea of doing a fantasy gift exchange. Now, I gave everyone a couple of rules, and apparently some people followed them. Some people not so much.
I did what I could do.
Well, so the three rules that I told everyone was number one, it can't be practical. So nothing like, here, like our friend Jennifer badly needs a new laptop, but no one can give her just a laptop. That's boring shit. Number two was that it had to be a real thing. You're killing me, Cyrus. It had to be a real thing. So you can't just make up something. And number three was it had to be between $500 and $1,000, which obviously puts this in the realm of fantasy because no one here has the money to do that. So that being said, we can do this one of two ways. We can either go like Cyrus gives all of his gifts and then we move on to the next person,
I think
or
one person.
I think we pick a person and we all go around and give. I think that's the best. Yeah, I wanted to do that. I think that's a better idea, but I wanted to throw it out there. Also. All right. So with that said, who should go first? I say we should do our friend Jennifer, who unfortunately can't join us tonight because her voice is shot.
Yeah.
Can I say
Supposedly.
Air quotes as yeah.
Can we do Jay first? Because
You know what? Sure, that's fine. Let's do Jay first.
The reason being is, spoiler alert, my gift for Jen is connected to
my gift.
Her gift.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Then
Plus,
yeah, let's
you really do want to do Jay first, if you know what I mean.
God. So let's go around and give our gifts for Jay first. Would anyone like to go first?
I'd like to go last.
Okay,
because
I will go first.
My Jen will lead into Chris, so we'll do Chris.
Okay, that works. That works.
Okay. All
right. Okay. My gift for Jay now. I also had everyone, put out 3 things that they're interested in, and Jay didn't respond, so I threw out there. I was like, well, one of the things that Jay really likes is
Jay's like interested. What the hell?
British humor. So Jay is really into British humor. He likes British things a lot. So I was trying to figure out exactly what I was going to do for Jay. Now, one of Jay's other big interests, of course, is weaponry, particularly heavy artillery. So I was trying to figure out, is there a way that I can combine this? And I think I figured it out. Now, unfortunately, this gift did have to stay under $1,000. So airfare will not be included on this. Jay will have to figure out how he's going to get down here to take advantage of this gift. But the gift that I was going to give Jay is for $999, I was going to give Jay the gift of driving a British Chieftain MK6 main battle tank in the ability to crush a car. This is an actual thing at drivetanks.com. It is in West Texas. And for $500 plus, depending on which tank it is, you can literally fire these tanks. You can drive over cars and shit. And I thought this would suit Jay perfectly. He'd get to drive a British tank, crush a car, fire the cannon. I figured that would be a perfect gift for him.
That would be fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that was my gift for Jay. So Cyrus, would you like to go next?
Yeah, mine is not real.
All right.
Nor is it $1,000.
And some of this stuff is because I know Jay pretty well after all these years. So some of the stuff you'll probably pick up on from, just knowing him. It's not necessarily what he asked or said he was interested in, but some of it is. All right. So anyway, so for Jay, I have a hunting trip to Texas, hosted by Sean Connery and Jason Statham, where Jay will be asked to help track a rogue pack of dangerous razorbacks that have to be stopped from killing local livestock, including a ranch used to raise hundreds of rescued pugs from that are looking for homes. All modern bullet loading weapons will be allowed. All meat will be saved, stored, and prepared to help feed the surviving pugs.
Nicely done. You didn't follow the rules, but nicely done.
Damn.
Can you imagine Jay at a ranch with just hundreds of pugs?
Oh my God, it would be like heaven.
That'd be
and he would have saved them and fed them, and he got to shoot dangerous animals with any weapons that he wants, and he got to talk to Jason Statham and Sean Connery, and he's in Texas.
I see him in fatigue, in camo on the top of this green hill, surrounded by just pugs, just with his arms out spinning around, he's just like that
beard flowing in the wind,
or that scene from Game of Thrones where the Khaleesi chick is like floating on the bot. Everybody's holding her up,
Yes.
It's just
pugs
on their hind legs.
That's awesome.
I want to picture. You know what? There's a T-shirt.
There's a
pugs holding up Jay.
Chris, what is your gift for Jay?
Okay, so I was thinking that he and his wife could have a little trip away, just to New York City. So this includes 2 plane tickets from Indianapolis to New York, which is only $331. It is crazy how cheap it is to fly within within continental U.S. for you guys. It's stupid.
Awesome.
Not fair.
But fuck you.
Really expensive for us. It's cheaper to go to England for us than it is to go out west in our own country.
What? That's insane.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, I was thinking because he loves The Punisher and Jessica Jones and all that stuff, that he could do a bus tour, super tour of New York and he'd visit all the sets.
So you got Punisher, you got
nice
Jones, Daredevil. It's a bus tour and you go and stop at all these
locations.
Yeah. Which I thought would be cool. 2 tickets. And then another movie tour, but so it's another New York tour, but it's movies and it does things like Spider-Man. There was a big list and now I forget. Anyways, a lot of action movies and you'd visit all the sets on this bus tour.
That's awesome.
Yes. So I was thinking plane tickets. If I provide the plane tickets, you're more likely to go.
Spending money's on your own.
Yes. Spending money in accommodation.
Gotcha. Yep.
Cheap, but yes.
Very cool.
And his wife.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
I'm done.
So, mine for Jay.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Well, we all know he loves action movies. He loves, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I took a look, and he's going to need $485 or so to drive from Indianapolis area to Toronto for 7 or 8 different Sundays in a row. Because my gift to him is going to be stunt training. In Toronto, there's an 8-week one-day course that they do, and they do stunt action training to do stunts for movies and stuff like that. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to sign up for that. So
wow, that's awesome.
He gets to go and
kick ass,
train like a stuntman for 8 different Sundays. So
that would be awesome, dude.
Although I do see Jay kind of being like, I'll just stay home.
What I originally started looking at was how to train like John Wick, right? Seeing if there was, and then that didn't really pan out. And then I looked for a stunt training, and it was just over $1,000 for your sign up, and then it was like $4,000 or $5,000 for the tuition down in the States. And then I saw this place in Toronto for $515 Canadian or American.
Nice.
So the rest of the money goes to his gas to drive.
I don't know. I think if you can get him to do the first one, he'd come back for the other one.
Yeah, he'd be good.
Right, giving him to the first one might be the thing. So
yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Jen. For Jen, we all know Jen like pizza. Like she's Star Wars, Marvel stuff, and pizza. That's probably 3 of her biggest things. She has pizza clothing. She has pizza. She has I think she has a giant inflatable piece of pizza that like goes in a pool. Like it's crazy the amount of pizza stuff this woman has. But I'm like, for being such a pizza person, I'm like, you would think she would have what I would consider the ultimate pizza thing. I have no idea where the hell she's going to put this because she does kind of have a small house, but for $981, from a site called Kitchen Monkey, which was kind of interesting. I found an 18-inch double-layer commercial Adcraft pizza oven. This thing is huge. It's like this is literally what like a restaurant would have in the back to put their pizzas in. It's like insane. Awesome. Now the one problem that I had with this gift was Jen is out all the time. She's constantly running. She's constantly doing stuff. And I was like, well, that's the problem with me getting her a pizza oven is that, the pizza's at home and she's constantly going. So like I said, it was $981. So for $19 on eBay, I found an actual Pizza Hut delivery bag. So she could cook the pizza, put it in the pizza bag, take it with her. I figured that'd be a good way to go.
Perfect.
And that's reusable.
It's
very true.
That's right.
Bonus
Very
point.
true. So, John Wick 3 coming this May. Hell yeah. Cyrus, what was your gift for Jen?
All right. Again, not real.
Fair enough.
I love it.
Yeah.
So for Jennifer, I came up with this. It's kind of similar to your thing, Chris, that you had. A guided tour of Salisbury, Austria to visit the shooting locations for The Sound of Music. Pizza dinner with Julie Andrews and a gala ball hosted by Christopher Plummer, where he will deliver an impassioned speech where he will deliver an impassioned speech about global warming. Special guest Harrison Ford will then offer to fly her in a helicopter around the Austrian Alps.
Beautiful. She would love that.
Oh.
I think that covers everything.
You covered everything in that, sir.
The only thing that would make it better is if it was an electric helicopter.
Yeah.
Somehow or another, yes, that's the only way you get. But oh my God, that's awesome.
Oh.
That's awesome. Chris, what was your gift for Jennifer?
Okay, so because Jen likes to go camping and hiking a lot, 2 weeks at Padre Island Park, because camping sites are only $14 a night, and because it's just a 10, and you can stay up to 2 weeks. I would include a microlight 2-person tent that she can put in her backpack.
Okay.
And I would suggest that she goes between the months of June and August, because sometimes they have public viewings of turtle hatchings.
That's right up her alley.
So Padre Island's like right on the coast. It's right near Corpus Christi.
Yep.
And it's got gorgeous grasslands and it's beautiful. In 2 weeks, she could explore the whole park. She could see multiple turtle hatchings, which would be so cute. And she could stay in a tent, which would be awesome.
That would be her.
Mm-hmm.
Padre Island's also a really popular party area. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I've never been. My sister went last year with her Mennonite.
It's supposed to be. I've never been either, but I've heard
It looked
a lot of. Oh yeah, every one of my friends that went, they always tell me, "Oh man, you got to go check this out. Like, it's supposed to be really cool."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looked beautiful.
Very good.
Cool.
All right, babe.
Ray, what is your gift for Jen that leads into your gift for Chris?
Me.
Yay!
What are we doing?
All right.
Where are we going?
So, Jen first gets a $395 ticket from Dallas over to Portland.
Okay.
Chris gets about $300 in gas for a round trip. And yeah, that's the flight gets is a round trip. So $395 from Portland back to Dallas. So
Okay.
Chris gets $300 in gas to drive to Portland to pick up Jen.
I have to fucking drive to Portland, Oregon? It's a okay.
Yes, you do.
By myself?
Yes, you do.
Oh, awesome.
Listen, did you want to get this or not? From Portland.
Yeah.
Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine.
I feel like this
Maine.
is Price is Right.
Okay, Portland, Maine's a lot closer
Yeah,
to Portland.
Portland,
Okay.
Maine. Portland, Maine.
I like Portland, Maine.
Yes, got to go to Portland, Maine.
Yes.
So on the way from Portland, Maine, then they go up to New Brunswick, a little place called Deer Island.
Ooh.
And they would stay 5 nights at a little spot there, and they would each get a full day of an eco guide where they get to kayak on the ocean for an entire day.
Yay!
And check it all out. And it's an eco tour, so they go in the history of the whole as well as the eco stuff. And there's whale sightings and but yeah, so the whole thing would be.
I could drive to Portland, Maine.
Yes, Portland, Maine. and
Portland, Maine's a little different.
It's a lot closer than Portland, Oregon.
So yeah, that was that whole thing.
That
and
would
then
be so much fun. Oh.
They also would have about $670 for food, and that's American, so it's going to go really far.
Yes, your food's cheap.
But yeah, I figured it all out. It was $66 a night for them to stay at this place. So
that would be so much fun.
Look at that.
That would be so much fun. I would love to go kayaking on the ocean. I've never done that. I would want to do
there
that.
you go. There's a sunset one too.
Good deal.
Oh, thank you.
Aww.
And you get to share with Jen.
You win. That's really great. Thank you.
Good deal. Well, I'll go ahead and give my gift for Chris. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, and at first I was thinking maybe something kitchen wise, but I was like, no, that's a lot like what I'm kind of doing with Jen, and I didn't want to quite do that. So I know y'all have tried to be very minimalistic in what you put in the house and everything. So I was trying to figure out something that if I did find something that was interesting, it would have, it would be, cool to have or whatever, and you'd want to put it up and actually keep it and everything.
Yeah.
So I had to do a lot of searching for this because normally this goes way out of range money wise. But the two things that I found were at $3.99, I found a screen used sealed invitation letter from the first Harry Potter. It actually has a footprint from where one of the kids had stepped on it. So it has been on screen. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Got to get over that $500 mark. What else could I add to it? And I also found a screen used prop wand that Harry actually had. So
Nice.
I was like, that would be kind of cool to put like in a shadow box or something and have on the wall and be like, those were actually in the movie. So
That's
that
awesome.
would be very cool.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
Well done, sir.
Mhm.
thank you. Cyrus, what you got for us for Chris?
Well, this one's kind of similar to what Ray had for Chris, or sort of.
I get a real one?
All right. It's a luxurious canoe made from environmentally safe recycled materials that it also comes equipped with an apparatus that's installed underneath that will automatically clean impurities and garbage from the water and then convert the collected debris into a spin material identical to yarn.
Perfect. Oh, yep.
She could be knitting on the back of the canoe while I'm rowing.
There you go.
Beautiful. I love it. It's awesome.
But it's not real, by the way.
Oh, that's okay.
We're gonna make it real.
Yes. That's awesome.
Ryan's in the chat giving gifts. Apparently, he said he's giving me an almost new Mac Mini.
Nice.
Thanks for that, Ryan.
Thank you.
He said he was going to give Cy a case of toilet paper with Rag's face printed on the rolls. I think that would be interesting.
Well, at least I'll know what's supposed to go on the toilet paper.
Very true. Very true. Of course, someone's going to come to your house and be like, "Where are all these dogs wearing glasses on here? What is this?" Be like, "Don't worry about it."
Just shit on it and shut up.
Yeah.
Just wipe your ass. Let's go.
Yes. All right. So, I guess should we do Cy next? Yes, let's do Cy. All right. So, my gift for my friend Cyrus. Now, I'll be honest with you. I immediately went to Neo Geo AES. I found one, 2 controllers with Samurai Showdown and Art of Fighting. It was $8.99 on eBay. And I thought, you know what? That's a cop-out for me.
Wow, $8.99, is that an American version?
No, it was a Japanese version. So
that's kind of high for a Japanese version.
So
was it brand new box?
Yeah, it had the box and everything. Like it wasn't brand new in the box, but it was in pretty good condition. So, but I honestly, I felt like that was a cop out. I was like, that's too easy. That's like just that for me. That's phoning it in for my friend Cy. So instead, what I decided to do was, I was like, you know what? Cy's got a new place. He's decorating. He could use some cool stuff to go in here. So he already has some Transformers, and you do have some cool Transformers, but let's be honest, you don't quite have the coolest ones. So I went on eBay, and of course, this one has to be brought in from Japan because they can't sell it here in the U.S. But I found the Masterpiece Megatron, like I have behind me. The one that's about like this tall that actually turns into an oversized Walter. I found the Masterpiece Megatron and the Masterpiece Soundwave that has Rumble, Frenzy, Ravage, and Laserbeak.
Wow.
And the Masterpiece Starscream. And the Masterpiece Thundercracker. And the Masterpiece Skywarp. And the Masterpiece Reflector. And I managed to keep this under $1,000, even though it's technically not Takara branded. It is an offshoot company. It is a Masterpiece version of the Insecticons. Literally, it would be all except for Devastator, all of the Gen 1 Decepticons in Masterpiece form. I think would be
crazy.
So pimp in your room.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my, I can't even process that. That's really cool.
If I hit the lottery, dude, it's coming your way. I'm telling you right now.
Alrighty.
So, all right. What did y'all get for our friend Cyrus here?
You want to go?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
she's sticking with a theme.
Yes, I am. So, 2 plane tickets from Dallas to LA, and over 3 days with 2 tickets, you would tour the Warner Brothers studio. They have a Batman museum
Nice.
where you see all of
I'm sorry, the chat was distracting for a second there. I'm sorry about that. You got me a bet. What? Say it again.
So 2 plane tickets from Dallas to Los Angeles, and 2 tickets over 3 days, or 2 tickets each day for 3 days to tour Warner Brothers Studios, and they have a Batman section. They have a Batman museum. And you can tour. They have all the Batmobiles there, and the costumes, and like everything out of all of the, like, from the 60s television series, the Burton films, well, you know, the third one.
Do they have Jack Nicholson stuff too?
Pretty sure they do. There wasn't a whole lot of 2 tickets.
That sounds awesome.
2 tickets, but you could just like immerse yourself in Batman culture for 3 days.
That's amazing. Yes,
that would be awesome.
Dude, I went to that video game history museum, and it was too much.
Mm-hmm.
And the Batman thing would be exactly like that. It would be too much.
Well, that's why you could break it up over 3 days, so you could like overwhelm you go back, you could, you know, and then go back and take your time, really soak it all in.
That would be fantastic. Take a lot of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
You know, videos.
Cry a little bit.
Oh yeah, constant crying.
It's so awesome.
Yeah. Of course, I had to get accused of stealing things. Although I obviously wouldn't like anything. I wouldn't.
No.
Of course not. No.
That third day, just really fast. Well, it was nice seeing y'all. Bye.
Like, did you just steal that? No, I didn't. Do you swear? I'm like, I swear to me. And then...
He's suddenly wearing the Batman. No, this is the Batman outfit that I came with.
I brought this in. What are you talking about?
I wore this.
There's clearly a dummy like next to him that's just stripped naked. He's like, no, I brought this in. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Come on. So I would put a fake one there, but it's made out of like paper mache.
Oh.
All right, Ray, what did you get for our friend Cyrus?
All right, well, I too went the Batman route and also your route, Eugene, where he needs some stuff for his new apartment.
Okay.
So I started out by finding a 3-piece replica Batarang set. So they're actual metal Batarangs. There's 2 different sizes. And then the third one is from the Batman Returns. You know how he could control the Batarangs?
Yeah.
And the LED light up? That's what it came with. And so it actually lit up and you're able to see the different bad guys. And yeah, so I thought that was kind of a cool thing. You could hang that on the wall somewhere.
That would be awesome.
And then, or actually throw them at people, whatever. And and so that was a $500 set. And then for $495, I found 4 contact sheets from the original 1989 Batman. That includes the actual stroke outs of what they chose not to go with and what they chose to go with, the stars of which ones they picked to blow up and all that stuff. So there's actually 4 sheets of those. So that would be looked really good in a frame somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Right around those Batarangs. So
yeah, that's pretty badass. Wow.
That's awesome.
I cannot complain. Thank you.
Well, should we go Ray next?
Yeah.
All right. I'll go ahead and jump in first. I almost thought you stumbled over when you were talking about Jay, what I was going to do for you, Ray. I really looked and it was hard to find, but are you familiar with Bobby Orr Sports?
Bobby Orr Sports? No.
Yeah. Okay, you will be because you'll be spending a full day class learning stunt driving.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
That would be
you would
I
love
thought
that.
you would get a kick out of being like, all right, listen, so we're gonna take this Mustang and you're gonna get it up to high speed and we're gonna you know, we're gonna drift around this corner. You ready? You'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm ready.
Fuck yeah. You know what's great though is I'd come home and, hey babe, check out what I can do with a Kia.
That was the one thing I was like, Chris may be like, I don't know about this idea. But
He'd be game until I did it in the Kia.
See, as long as he didn't do that kind of crap in the Kia, then I'd be fine with it.
I do it with the kids in the car.
Well, they'd love that. Not me.
oh, I'm sure they would. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
You would have a lot of fun with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking. I was like, I have to find something. And I was like, oh, this seems like this is right up. This would be right up Ray's alley. So, Cyrus, what do you have for our friend Ray?
Well, it's interesting we went with the Batman stuff because I have something for you that's Batman related as well. And this one I thought, well, how is this going to fly with Chris? It has to. This has to be something they can both get on board with in some way. So I'm trying to help you out with that.
All right.
So this is the actual 1989 Tim Burton Batmobile. I've equipped it with automated anti-snow tires. It has a photovoltaic skin that transforms sunlight into energy.
Okay. Yep.
Internal wind turbines and braking recollection generators, and the standard electric plug to charge the batteries. Runs 120 miles per charge. So
Nicely
I'll take it.
That is Chris approved.
Can it be like an optional propane shooter at the back so it looks cool with the flames at the back?
We'll talk about that later.
There'll be fake flames.
I think the '89 Batman is the car to go with, but
Dude.
I would say for where he's living, probably the Tumbler might be a little more practical, but
I could get to work.
That might be.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's actually a good
Shit of
point.
our elderly.
all these people like kind of just barely driving along, being very safe, you know, in this snowdrift, and Ray's just like.
You take up like almost two sides of the road.
I would take up the whole road. That's
Take
okay.
up the whole road. Screw that. Yeah.
Our
And then
road-
when it's warm out, he can take the little motorcycle.
Oh
thing.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I like this. This is good.
So
Well, thank you, sir. I'm glad you found that for $1,000.
yes.
Yes, no problem. It was tough, you know. But
Well, you know, you are pretty good at eBay. I will say that. So
I had to do some trades.
Chris, what did you get for Ray?
Well, I thought it would be fun because we go to Fan Expo Toronto almost every single year, and we never do anything fancy with it. We just get the generic passes,
Right.
stay in line forever and always. We don't get the cool lanyards with the
VIP.
with the VIP or anything, and we always are like, "Fuck you." People with the VIP and the stupid VIP lines that I hate. I thought it'd be fun to get him a VIP package to Fan Expo
Nice.
Fan Expo.
with 2 nights at the Intercontinental.
Yes. Excellent.
That's
Is that where it's held?
Yes. It's
So
right,
literally, you can just walk downstairs
Yes.
and go
you
right
have
in.
to go outside.
We've done the Intercontinental once.
Twice.
Uh-huh.
Twice.
And
Nice.
It's amazing.
So nice.
'Cause,
I
yeah,
would see. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to just like walk down and go in.
With the VIP lanyards.
fuck you, bitches.
Fuck you! In those VIP lounges.
Yes.
I'm assuming it's me, but you can take whoever
Excellent.
you want. But
I'd go with you. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Intercontinental that we saw Stan Lee walk in front of us while I was checking out of the hotel.
And
Oh, that.
see it. He told me about it after.
It's like, there's fucking Stan
I
Lee.
didn't see it. I was with the I think we were with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we were in an elevator with somebody else that was at the expo. I don't remember who it was, but there was some famous guy that we were sharing the elevator
Anyways,
with.
I thought we could
Yes.
be those. You could be that fucker. with
That
the
would
VIP
be
lanyard.
amazing.
Nice.
I'll call you. I'm a VIP.
It's like Garth and Wayne
Yeah,
at
Wayne.
the Alice Cooper concert.
You
We're allowed to
That's
be
cool.
here.
That's cool.
This is cool. Yes.
cool? Yeah, I'm cool.
What's
Very
up, Lou?
nice.
Lou made the chat. He didn't. I guess he didn't get a list together though. But
Blue.
Lou, Lou,
Who's Lou?
Wish I could arrange a meeting for Cy and the famous Grumpy Cat. That's hilarious. More distracted. All right. So the last person that's here that we said we were going to do gifts for was me. So
Oh, I want to hear Size. Let's go.
All right, Sai, you go first, dude.
No, Size gotta go. Look at that. He was old.
I know, but his is like fantasy. So I was gonna say,
No, give it. I want to hear it first. Go
All right,
ahead.
this is the fantasy one.
Ooh.
All right, Eugene. This is what I'm getting you.
Okay.
It's a full multi-rack cabinet smoker with a drivetrain rotisserie, an automated basting pump, and self-cleaning. It's designed to look like the ghost containment unit from Ghostbusters.
that's awesome.
You put the basting sauce in with the trap. You put it in.
Well, can you make that
awesome.
I want to see that for real.
That's so great.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome, dude.
pretty great.
That's awesome. Well done.
That's hilarious, man. Well, thank you, sir.
You gotta create that though. That's gotta be a real thing now.
That's gonna be
Dude, like if you could, like that would be several thousand views on YouTube very easily. So
That'd be very cool.
Yeah,
we have to figure that one out.
I gotta work on my welding skills.
Yeah.
You have to have welding skills.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have zero welding skills, so you still got me beat. So, all right, I guess Chris, what did you have for me?
Well, I will preface this by saying, when you go to Disney World with your kids, it's a magical experience. It's super fun, but you're with your kids, and everything sort of
It
goes around them.
Right.
So, 2 plane tickets from Dallas to Orlando, where you and a friend, whoever you choose, probably Kirsty, maybe Lainey if she knocks Kirsty out, and 2 park tickets to go on a Star Wars guided tour. No kids.
Jeez, see, that's the problem.
No kids.
Is Christy gonna want to go with me?
That's why I said maybe Lainey.
Or Sai.
Because Lainey's just happy to be there anyway, right?
True.
Loves Disney so much.
Did they move? I'm just curious. I don't know if this is related. Did they move Skywalker Studios to Disney, or is it still?
It's still in this thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Which would you rather go to, Eugene? Like if you had to pick.
Oh,
would you rather?
Jesus. I don't know, because this new land looks freaking
It does
awesome.
look really cool. It does.
And it's a guided tour.
Or what if you got to go to the set of the next Star Wars movie?
That would be the fake one that I would make up for you.
Yeah, that would have to be the fake.
Listen,
That's not
if
real.
you want to go on that, you would actually be one of the stormtroopers.
You would be a
in the
stormtrooper.
Yeah, that would be the only way to get better would be
And
if I
he'd
could
have
just be
a moment like the one that dinks his head off the.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just needed to
Like
do
he would
something like
stumble a
trip and
little.
fall or something. Yeah.
There's Eugene.
I could be Jabba. That would be cool.
Oh God.
So there
I was
you go.
told that before.
You could take
Thank
Jen.
you, ma'am. That would be awesome. Like the whole. I think Christy would do it. Like
Yeah.
we've
Well,
already talked about going back just us because it would
Oh
be
yeah,
fun.
I would love to go back with no kids. Just
Yeah.
us. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
It'd be fun.
No, I understand,
the
like-
adult version of the Star Wars theme park.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, just like, I hear these people that are like, going to Disney as an adult is a lot of fun without any kids, and being there and just seeing what, all is there, like just spending time going, around
Mhm.
all the different, countries and drinking and eating would be a fucking blast.
Oh yeah,
So,
that'd be fun.
I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again anyway. There's a guy I work with. His parents live in Florida, right near Orlando, and every morning they go to for coffee in a different country because they live that close to Epcot, and they just go
Yeah.
every morning. They go to a different place.
that's awesome. That's crazy awesome.
Didn't they get lifetime passes or something?
Yeah, they
like
have
that?
a lifetime password.
Yeah, so that's what they do in the morning. They go to Epcot.
How much does that cost? Like,
Well, I
Well,
think
Florida residents get it for a lot cheaper, right? They
Yeah.
have a Florida resident fee, and it's a lot cheaper than
The rest of
everybody
us.
else.
how long do you have to be a Florida resident?
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Continuously.
Yeah. All right, what's your spin?
All right.
All right.
So I was trying to think of something that would be fun for Eugene as well. I too went driving experience.
Okay.
So at first I was looking at like the Las Vegas driving experiences where you get to drive all the fancy cars and they show you how to drive it really fast and all that stuff. But that's not really
Not really.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah,
Would be lost in you a little bit.
I found one over in the UK. So first off, you would get a $736 return flight to and from Dallas to England.
Okay.
And that would pay for that. Then you would have to have a one-night stay of $65.50 at a spot there. Don't ask how many stars it is, but it's a one-night stay.
Don't care.
It's a bed, okay? The driving experience, you get 3 laps in Bumblebee. You get 3 laps in Barricade. And you get to learn how to drive, and you get Optimus Prime. So
as much as I don't like those movies, that would be fucking awesome.
That way you can actually say that you've driven Optimus Prime.
That would be so awesome, dude. Why is this in England? Why isn't this here? That's
like all he could find was the England.
It's only in England, man. I tried
crazy
everything in the States. And yeah, the only one that I could find that you could drive Optimus Prime was over in England.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was $125 for this.
We figured you'd make the one-day journey.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, only if you were in England for one day, you'd totally do it.
Yeah.
I'd have to figure out a way to like put in some more of my own money just so I could stay and look around a little, and get Christy to come over because she'd kill me if I went there without her.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And the only thing you did was drive Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that would be the only thing.
She'd be so mad.
It's like, really? This is what we're doing? Yep, that's what we're doing.
You knew what you were doing when you got on that plane. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
that's awesome, guys.
I tried so hard to find like
an American
one somewhere, there's
got to be some legal reason for that, right? Like
Yeah.
They're not, the studios don't approve of this or something, you know.
That yeah.
Well, and to go back to Jay's, there was a John Woo fighting thing that is coming that they're going to teach people how to fight John Wick, but it's not out yet, so it doesn't exist yet. So
Gotcha.
Oh, Lou has a point though. He said if you went over there, you have to drive on the wrong side of the road though.
Would it matter?
That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's even more badass then because I'm breaking the rules in my head.
You're like, oh no, another roundabout. Damn it.
If I'm in a semi, I don't really give a shit. I'll be honest with you.
That's right.
Get out of the way.
You're like, I'm never coming back to this country. Fuck it.
We drive on this side of the road.
Hey, listen, you mind if I drive this car all the way to the airport? There may be people looking for me. I'm just saying. That's awesome, man. I didn't even know something like that existed.
We actually drive on the... Not today. Not today.
That's awesome, man.
International news. Some American.
Some American.
Yeah.
Some American.
America has declared war on UK today.
I'd be on the news. I'd be like, I got to drive Optimus Prime. There we go. Okay.
I say, America and the Transformers have declared war on us.
Oh, man. Well, thank you. That would be awesome. Hopefully we all win the lottery and we can make this happen. And then apparently acquire magical powers to make it happen. So, yes.
Let's make that happen.
Yes, we'll make that happen.
Falcor is real.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. We have a little mini
Lots of
Falcor down here.
yes.
This is our Falcor. Like Falcor.
Just Miracle Grow on him. Well, that is our show for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go and move on to our picks and pans. Would anyone like to go first?
Sure.
All right, Ray, what you got for us?
So my pan.
Like what you wrote down.
Yes.
Just one word. It's just.
Okay.
I'll explain that in a minute.
Oh God.
So, listen. Part of the pick is that on Friday I had a guy's day away. There was 3 other guys and myself. We took the day off of work and we drove down to London, Ontario, and we picked out 2 movies. And the first one was Aquaman, and the second one was Bumblebee. It was just a nice guy's day away, just to kind of chill before the holidays.
It was like a fancy movie theater.
Oh yeah, no, this is like a VIP theater with the leather seats that fold up, and it's a big deal. Yes.
Beer.
Woo.
Did y'all sit in the back?
No, middle. Anyway, so we all sit down and we're in our seats, and I've got my popcorn, I've got my drink, I'm ready to go. This is good. Now, nobody was beside me, so I put my coat down beside me, and everything's good. And next thing you know, this younger guy walks by, and he sits down in the seat next to it. And I said, "Oh, am I in your spot?" And he says, No, but my grandmother's coming and my grandfather, and there's only 3 seats left, so I got to move my shit. No problem. Move it, and we're good. And then the father comes along, and he sits down furthest away, so I'm like, okay, I'm sitting beside the grandmother. Whatever.
Right.
So the grandmother comes down the aisle, and next thing you know, she starts hacking up a lung. So I'm like, okay, this is fun. Whatever. Not a big deal. She sits down, and I get this waft.
Oh.
And it's like, dear God, what the hell is that? It was like a perfume mixed with some sort of lotion, mixed with some sort of maybe feces. And
Oh, God.
it was putrid. And I had to do this. I'm like, oh my God, I have to watch the movie like this. I can't, this is horrible. I had to put my popcorn away immediately. I couldn't even drink my drink. Like I was ready to puke. So I politely get up, put my coat down, and walk out as if I'm going to go to the bathroom. I find an empty seat, and I sit in the back of the theater. And I'm breathing perfectly fine. No more problems. I'm good. I'm watching the movie. A buddy of mine, 45 minutes later, comes by, and he's like, dude, where the hell, like, what's wrong? I'm like, I can't take the smell. She fucking reeks. Like, I can't. And he had a cold, so he didn't know. He's like, oh, okay, well, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. So he takes off. Well, the end of the movie comes around, and my other buddy, who could still use his nose, he comes by. He's like, what the hell is that smell?
And you feel bad.
I'm like, dude, I don't know. I feel bad for her because
you felt
obviously
bad.
She doesn't know she reeks that bad, but I couldn't be beside her at all.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Wow.
That's how bad it was, and I've never wished to anybody to have that smell ever. It was horrible. So that's my pan. My pick is
real quick. What was the one word that you wrote down?
Smell.
Okay.
Just an easy. Yep.
Smell.
Okay.
So the pick is obviously we got to go away and we got to chill with the guys. It was a really good time. Each of us kind of chatted about how we have to do this more often and that kind of thing. So that was good. Bumblebee was really good. And then my last pick is today we got to go, yesterday we got the kids skates. And then today we actually went to go skating with the kids at in Southampton, which is a close little town that's close by. And yeah, it was nice to get out on the skates and have the whole family there. And yeah. So,
very cool.
Anyway.
Chris, what is your pick or pan?
My pay would be there's not a lot of snow for Christmas. It's kind of a bummer. It's been really warm here, and it kind of sucks. So that's not great.
We have a dusting right now.
Yeah, it's gonna melt. Whatever.
If it makes you feel any better, I was out in the backyard today picking up dog poop, but there were so many leaves down from my trees, I had to rake up some of the leaves, and I'm raking up the leaves, and my grass is green. Like literally, if you got rid of all of the leaves, my grass looks like it's freaking spring. It's ridiculous.
So ours. Yeah, ours looks very spring-like because we also had a lot of rain. We've had a lot of rain this fall, lots of rain. And then my pick is the skating was lots of fun. That was really great.
It was a good time.
And then I found this really great docuseries on Netflix called 7 Days Out. So it's 6 episodes long, and each episode they pick this sort of big event and they do 7 days out. So and it's like an hour long. So throughout the whole hour, it's counting down to the final big event. And it's really cool. They have, the first one was the Westminster Dog Show, which was adorable. One of them was a restaurant opening. One of them was the Cassini mission, the countdown to it crashing into Saturn and what went around that.
So they actually talked to the scientists that were involved with
in it,
NASA
and the engineer.
What is this called?
7 Days Out, and it's on Netflix.
I've seen it advertised. I'm going to have to check
really
that out.
good. It's really well done. And then
start with the NASA one.
Yeah, and then there was one that I wanted Quinn to watch, and it was esports. focused on League of Legends and its North American tournament that they have down in Miami and what leads up to that. Because Quinn is not an athletic child, but he loves video games. We want him to do something with it. And I'm like, babe, you need to watch this. And he's just like, oh,
You can do this?
you can do this. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I want to play that game. I'm like, well, nah, it's a PC game. No, we can't. Nah.
Ew.
Game.
PC.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna jump in there, Cyrus.
So we're gonna try. And there's a league down in Toronto and there's one out in Vancouver. We don't know what they play yet, but
Yeah, we do. So it's our first two Canadian esport teams were just announced. And one of them is Toronto, so we're going to have to look that up.
Yeah, we're going to have to look that up.
See.
But he was really, really interesting. Anyway, it's a really good docuseries. It's just very interesting, looks at all the organizing and logistics and stuff that have to go into all these. Oh, one was a Chanel show, and I can't remember what the other one was, but it's really good.
7 days out. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, Netflix.
Very cool. Cyrus, do you have a pick or pan for the week?
Well, I guess my pick would be I got a new job. It's
Yay!
yeah, it's very good. I'm extremely happy with it. I haven't been this happy with a job in I don't even remember ever being this happy with a job.
Oh wow, okay.
Great.
Yeah, the people are really cool. Very down to earth. You know, it's just really cool, and they're paying me really well, and we got I got 5 days off for Christmas.
Oh,
Like-
wow.
Wow, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we're gonna have like 2 days off for New Year's, and it'll actually be 4 days off because we're getting the weekend.
Weekend.
So they're just really cool, and it happened at the right time for me because I needed to pay rent, and so all my finances are going to be fine from now on, probably, at least until the IRS gets a hold of me. But that's a whole nother discussion.
Mhm.
But that's I've been worried for so long about stuff, and I'm finally starting to feel like it's going to be okay. So
That's great. That's so
I'm
awesome.
glad
Kip.
for you, dude.
That's awesome. Dude.
We're happy for you, bud.
Yeah.
thank you very much.
My pick and pan are kind of intertwined, just being the same thing. This week we had to put one of our cats down. Grady, he fought lymphoma for about a month, and we were hoping things were going to get better, but it was kind of hoping against hope. And we kind of knew it was going to happen, but it was just it was tough. And so my pick, I guess, would be just to tell people you love them, be with the people you love, make time for them. All this other shit is just that. It's shit. That's why we do this show. We're not doing the show to make money. We're not doing the show for anything like that. This is our excuse to hang out every couple of weeks and goof off and have fun. And
Well, I'm doing it to make money. How much you said you?
we need to talk after the show.
Promise.
Yeah. Sorry, the checks haven't been coming through. But in all seriousness, though, tell the people you love them, be with the people you love, and let all that other shit go. You get sucked into it. You can't help it. You worry about shit you shouldn't worry about and everything else. But, fuck it. Just you only get one life. Do what you can do. Be happy if you can. So that is our show for the week, ladies and gentlemen. If you would, please give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Music. You can find us at epicallygeeky.com. If you haven't checked out the website in a while, we redid it. It's kind of flashy and cool and everything. So if nothing else, go check that out. And then, of course, you can find our other shows online as well. The Marginally Geeky Show. We'll be recording one here in a couple of weeks. And then the Sustainably Geeky just had a new episode come out, specifically about being green for Christmas. So if you haven't checked that out, check that one out. And then, of course, you can find us at Epically Geeky on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Where can we find you online, Cyrus Martin?
Well, you can find me at videogamevirus.com or YouTube or whatever, you'll find me around, Like, pretty much, if you go to a place and you're not comfortable and there's weird people talking about furries, I'm probably there.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
Ray, where can we find you online?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Lake Life Artist, and you know what? I have done Twitter now as well for Lake Life Artist. Just kind of goofing around on Twitter. I'm not. I don't do a lot, but anyway. And I still am working on a few different things. I've got some oil paintings that are in the works in my head anyway, and skateboards that need to be finished up. So, yeah.
Very cool. Chris, where can we find you online?
Here, marginally geeky, sustainably geeky, and on Instagram. Although I have no idea what to do with it, I just went and deleted all my pictures from Instagram.
Okay.
I was
Just
in a
guess.
mood. I'm like, delete everything.
Delete. All right.
Yeah. So I'm sort of in a bit of a creative crisis right now, if you will, and I have no idea what to do creatively. So that's why I deleted everything.
Sounds like a cool name for a game or a movie or something. Creative Crisis.
Creative
Dun,
crisis.
dun, dun. But it's called Cedar Birch Cottage. If you have any ideas out there for anybody who wants to give me some ideas about what to do with
Oh, careful.
random Instagram account,
Hang on. Hang on.
Eccentric.
Hang on.
Careful.
Let me get my ideas together. Hang on.
Oh God.
that would be, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's it.
Very cool. And as always, you can find me online at Optimus Gene on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to everyone else.
Holidays.
And, yes, happy holidays. And we won't have any more episodes, of course, until the new year. So I guess we'll see you in 2019. Have a good show and have a good night.